All right, so welcome back to Boisterous Cock Farmstead, and we're on a rescue mission today. So I've got this pig that a couple nights ago I was doing pig count at the end of the evening, making sure everybody came back in. I was one short, couldn't figure out where she was. Thought maybe she just found a cool spot down out in the surrounding pasture and laid down because it was a relatively overcast day that day, and sometimes they're not driven back if it's not too hot. They don't need water or wallow or something like that. But anyway, couldn't find her. Next morning, came out and did a quick check before I let everybody out, and I heard her grunting underneath this trailer here. So what looks to be the case is she has just gotten too fat, somehow was motivated to get underneath the trailer, and now when she tries to crawl out, the chassis is rubbing up against her back and she feels like she can't get out. So I don't know if she got in a different way than the way she's trying to get out or what, but what I'm going to do, I'm gonna get my farm jack and lift this tongue up high enough, and hopefully she'll just be able to crawl right back out. But first, I need to get these other pigs out of here, and so that I'm not going to be bothered by them, and Asher's not going to be bothered by them because he's going to be in the stroller with me. Well, I won't be in the stroller, but he'll be in the stroller next to me as I do the work here. Come on, girls. They're gaining some good weight while they're out free feeding on pasture and the mesquite pods right now, so that's a really good sign. Plus we're getting extra from the food bank, or through the food bank that they're casting off. We got a bunch of milk and produce, so they have been enjoying that the last couple days. All right, so while we are waiting for those girls to get out of there, I'll show you what I've been working on here. This here is just all the spent hay that this is what's left over of 2 big square bales that my neighbor was kind enough to drop off to me. So it started out like this over here, and the pigs rooted through, they ate some of it. But what's left here is what they didn't eat, and it was starting to compost down. So I just came out here with a pitchfork over a couple different times the last few days and just started spreading it all out. I don't know if the pigs are really going to help me spread this at all. But some of it was actually pretty wet because it was starting to break down. It had been rained on and was starting to break down. So it was all clumped up. So I'm gonna let it dry out a little bit. If they don't help me spread it out, and if the wild birds don't help me spread it out, then I'll come out here with the manure fork again and just kind of spread it out as evenly as I can and try to mimic what I did over here, because this area right here is actually growing in nicely. So this here is the area that I actually had some hay, some broken bales and things like that, loose hay that I spread out by hand. And this little wild patch here is actually just the draggings from my neighbor's field. This was the first load that I unloaded, and I think because it had a lot of seed and things like that from his hay field over there, That's why I've got a lot more grass and things like that growing, but it's also a little bit thicker there, so that could explain it as well. But so far, where I have spread stuff, I'm actually really happy with the results, so I'm gonna continue to do that. And by the time we get all these square bales distributed around here, that should cover this 3/4 acre pasture relatively well. And I can start to move on to this area over here where I've got another 4 big square bales to kind of distribute there. So let me finish getting these girls out of here, and then we'll work on the trailer. So we still got a couple stragglers that are hanging out in here, but come on. Come on. Can you get out? Can you get out? Do you want to get out? How'd you get in there? Huh? How'd you get in there? So I've got a stump or a piece of that fallen tree that was blocking the road last month, and I'm going to use that as my support. These blocks over here have been kind of leaning over as we've gotten more rain. The ground is softening, and I was kind of already a little bit concerned that it might give way, but not. I don't think it was going to give way like all of a sudden. It was just going to slowly get to the point where I needed to fix it. So now's a good time to fix it. But all I'm going to do is just put my farm jack under there, lift it up. Hopefully it'll be enough for her to get out, and place this piece of stump under there, under the tongue there, give it some good support, set it back down after she's out, and should be good. So let's go. Are you straining for me? Bella! Come here, Bella! Bella! All right, so we've got the tongue supported just in case that jack gives way, but I'll try to coax her out now. Bella, come on, Bella. Bella, come on, Bella. There she comes. Come on, you can do it. There she is, that fat girl. All right, Operation Success, baby. Woo! Woo! All right, so hopefully she comes over and gets some water here pretty soon, but you never know when you got to rescue an animal on the farm, so you always got to keep a lookout, do your counts, and make sure that you're keeping up with your animals so that you can spot when there's something going on. So she spent all of yesterday underneath there, but we had an overcast day, kind of like today. I wanted to see if she was going to come out on her own, and when she didn't, I felt I had to take action. So she's obviously not terribly thirsty, although she might be hungry. She didn't run straight for the water drinker, but Asher, did you rescue that piggy? Did you rescue that piggy? Oh, we got some thunder coming. All right, so so I've got the jack out. It's sitting on the stump here, and hopefully if another pig goes under there seeking shelter or shade or whatever, they'll be able to get out a little bit easier in this next time. I think that's going to do it for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not already, please consider subscribing to our channel and click the bell notification so that you're notified when new and upcoming content is released. As always, thanks for joining us, and God bless.